So we got now. Greg Mulkey, come on up.
We can do Greg Mulkey because we're going to talk about stock class, and we're going to start drawing start starting positions right now. We can't really draw the start finishing positions.
No.
They have to earn that.
Yes.
So, yeah, Mulkey, get up here.
All right. We better take this one here. Change hats here, Greg, for you.
There you go.
All right.
Wow, it's great to be here, guys.
Yep.
Thank you. Yep.
We're live right now.
We're live right now, Mulk. So, Mulk.
Well, here we are. I never thought I would say this, but I was looking forward to the race big time.
I was going to say something really, really mean, and
Go
I
for
would
it.
probably
I don't
lose
care.
people, but I was going to say hi to all your friends back home, but they don't have internet in Arkansas, do they?
Oh, they might have one or two. They're all gathered around there tonight, I'm sure.
They're all at the library?
Showed up.
There's one at the library?
Right.
One at the library, exactly right.
Right now, I know they don't have a library in Arkansas.
See, that was a test.
That's so funny because Emily Miller is our PR lady, and she's from Arkansas too.
Yeah.
And she's right now throwing stuff at her computer. So I'm just kidding.
Well, it's not my best tool either, but I hope this race car is a little better tool for me too.
You're racing this year. Tell us about it.
Wow.
We decided, I don't know, 4 or 5 months ago that we would take one of the TerraFlex vehicles and turn it into a stock class and run it. So we built a 2012 Wrangler Sport. Kurt says the car is just phenomenally fast, and Kurt's not afraid of the gas pedal, and I'm too dumb to worry about it. So it's going to be an interesting race. We're really kind of looking forward to it. So I've been in the racing industry for over 35 years and never put a driver's uniform on, so this is the first time.
Nice.
Raise your hands in here. How many people race on Raceline wheels here that started racing on it? Yeah.
Awesome, guys. Hey, I appreciate it, guys. I really do. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. And what do you say? We had 25 or 30 cars in there. So.
I know we're over 60 total.
Right.
Last year we had 36, so we've almost doubled our entries for the EMC. It looks like right now, as of right now, we had 24 stock and 36 modified.
Wow.
So, yeah.
So what we got right here is...
We're actually going to start pulling entries. We also had Michael Johnson. There's Michael at. Michael, come on up here, Bubba. Michael's another local guy racing the stock class. You're racing stock or modified? Well, then wait till you do modified. Get out of here. See. We'll
be gone with you.
You can be our celebrity ticket puller when we do modifieds.
There you go.
All right.
So, I don't even know what car number I am. You guys have a car number?
I don't know. Not my problem.
Just draw
Your
my
name will
name
be on
first
there?
then, because I want to get out front so everybody
So is
on
this
my back bumper all day.
Is this last or first you're pulling right now?
I don't know. How do we do that? Starting last.
Okay, the crowd is spoken.
Starting last in the stock class. Actually, I can tell you starting last. It's probably going to be Bailey Cole because I'm not going to let him take a little start position. But starting last. Pop that for me. I'll just keep handing them to you.
All right, here we go.
Shannon, you ready to keep track of all this?
John Williams, number 4623, is starting last.
That's our second car team right there.
Well, there's your mule then.
team, so he's in the back.
Bam! He's carrying parts for you.
We're going to go quicker. Here
Okay.
we go.
I know that he could carry enough parts for it.
Second to last, go.
Bam! Get it.
Third to last, go.
Go. Second
Fourth
to last.
go.
Okay, Albert Contreras. Albert, second to last. Sorry, bud. Josiah
Begay. I want to
488.
say he's from New Mexico.
That's third.
He's from the degenerate rock crawler guys.
Kevin, sorry, bud.
Kevin
Fourth
Adler.
from last. Kevin Adler.
In case anybody's wondering at home.
Mel Wade.
Mel Wade. ATX Jeep?
Come on. Get with
Sorry,
it.
hey, there you go. ATX Jeep? Mel Wade? Yeah. Right on. Chris Anderson from ATX Wheels also in the house tonight.
Brian Barron.
Brian Barron, 4648. Next.
On the Snazzy Pro Comp tags. Matthew Peterson, 4608.
I think we have 3 Matthew Petersons. That might be one of our original Matthew Petersons, though.
Name sounds familiar,
Is that our Colorado Matthew Peterson?
Doug Kallstrom.
Doug Kallstrom.
Number 927. Matthew Sayers. Yes. 4634. Sorry for butchering your name there, Matthew. Jason Kaminsky, 4678.
God, I really hope I don't pull Bailey Cole as the first guy off the line.
Brent Shielding.
Awesome.
You didn't register him in time.
Yeah, I didn't register. I didn't register my kid in time.
That's right.
Sorry, Bailey. Rear start. All part of the master plan, kid.
But he is racing, right?
Yes.
He is racing.
Cool.
He is racing, and he's got a great co-driver.
Yeah, Big Rob. Where's Big Rob at?
Ben Veroza, 4612.
46. Well, so there's actually 2 more people. We have 62 drivers confirmed then because we added Albert Contreras tonight and
Nice,
son's
Albert.
up
Sean Passmore.
Sean Passmore, 4669.
Chris Scott.
Chris Schutt.
Okay.
They misspelled it on the card. Sorry, Chris.
Yeah.
He's our graphic
It wasn't my
artist.
fault 100% that time. Richard Gather.
No, Richard
Gowther.
Gaudier.
Gaudier. That guy.
Goatman.
Oh, yeah,
know
him.
Richard Gaudier.
Oh, yeah, I know him. Duh.
You are not good.
Sorry. Well,
You're talking about us hillbillies.
I know. No.
4643, Richard Gaudier.
Yeah. 4646.
Ferris McCollum. Ferris did good last year. I want to say he finished 3rd last year, but I'm not positive.
Greg Mulkey, 4633. There you go, Greg.
What position is that, Shannon? Number 1? 8?
Wow.
Wow.
4th row.
John Schneidauer.
John Schneider coming out from Tennessee.
Yep. Number 4683.
Formerly ex-F-Toy guy.
F-Toy guy, yep.
I think he's in a Bronco or something.
Andy Glenn, 4610.
Oh, that's right.
All right.
Come on, get up the mic for a second, Mulk.
All right. You guys have been chasing this dream for a while now.
Long time.
Very cool. Very
So,
cool. Glad to see you.
This is Andy Glenn. Andy Glenn has been he's been a friend of mine for 10 years, since practically I moved to California. Sorry about that. And then, he's really got poor taste. But he's also been a volunteer at the race for the past 4 years.
Yes.
5 years.
Yeah.
In the past 3 years, he's been our BLM liaison. So he deals directly with BLM for any of the issues that happen back and forth during the race time. And he gets a day off on Thursday because he's built a IFS 4Runner.
Yes, sir.
And he's going to race it with his wife and Chad.
That's Chad's co-driver.
Chad's co-driver.
Nice.
Okay.
And I got my alternate co-driver over there, Greg.
Awesome. So here we go. What do you think?
We're set up. We're going to be going fast. We're going to be down to the wire, but we're going to be going fast.
Right on.
Good.
Sounds great.
All right.
Next one up, Andy. Our dog, not Andy.
Ponce.
Manuel Ponce.
Number 9009. Is that a...
I think I can tell you you're starting 7th because I think Jose told us he's not racing. But I'm not positive. So we might have an extra.
bongo?
Yep. Bongo on that.
So I've already moved up one position and done nothing yet?
You're up
Yep.
to 7.
See how good this works?
See how racing works? Yeah, you're good to
Yep.
go.
Nick Baldwin,
4686.
4686. Boy, this isn't... Bailey, it's looking good
what
for you.
team?
Scar Off-Road.
Scar Off-Road?
Yeah.
There you go.
Hey, what's the deal with Bailey?
Bailey, evidently I didn't register him, turns out. Who would have thunk?
Mike Ortega, 4655.
So Bailey's not even in here.
Oh, okay. It's not going to be like when Greg got pole position that one year?
Not at all like that.
Okay. Eric Miller. Wow.
That's the king.
Eric
That is
Miller,
the current king.
starting in stock. And he's racing a Jeep Cherokee. I think Clayton Off-Road Jeep Cherokee.
Nice. So does that mean he's not racing in the big race?
He is racing in the big race. He might
Studley.
be racing a stock vehicle if he doesn't get that thing done. Or not.
Yeah, exactly. Thomas Yash,
Thomas Yash, and that means we
4644.
are our numbers right then. This is our pole position guy.
There's nothing else in there, right?
Pole
Right.
position.
Pole position guy right now.
Here we go.
This year's Everman Challenge stock class pole position.
Is Richard Williams, 4664.
Richard Williams.
There we
All
go.
right, there we go.
You know, Dave, we
What's that?
Yes,
Oh,
I'm getting
one's
those.
underneath.
I was on it.
Gotcha. Sorry, Chris
Hey.
forgive me. I wasn't
I know it was here.
sure what that sign language
Fella.
was.
You know, Dave, we
Dump them in there and I'll watch.
you know, Raceline Wheels put up a bounty for the win in the Ultra 4 class, and then I've received hundreds of emails wanting to know why we didn't do anything for the stock classes. So I hope it's not too much of a problem, but we've decided to put up $1,000 in both the stock and the modified class
Good deal.
for a win on Raceline Wheels this year.
Awesome.
So
Okay. Feed it, Mulkey.
Excellent.
thanks a lot, guys.
Thanks,
We'll see you guys
Mulkey.
at the races. Thanks for everybody coming out.
Hey, thank you for all your support for the years.
Mike, come on up here now. We need a modified guy. The Rubicon Express modified class? Sorry. That was the Pro Comp stock class that we just pulled. And now it's the Rubicon Express modified class. Someday I'll get this promotion thing figured out. Okie dokie here. We're going to spin this around a little bit. I'm sure that sounds great on the microphone. Put some quarters in there. Chris, are the Flyers going to win even in a shortened season?
Oh, the Kings win.
What?
Kings. Repeat.
What?
Yeah. Number 1. Yeah. Flyers number 2.
I'm gonna need a moment. I thought we were friends, Bubba. Okay, starting last in the Rubicon Express modified class.
Very last.
I hear beers in a cooler.
Aaron Bensner, 4582. Aaron, you're
Next.
last. That's rather unfortunate.
It's really not.
Jeff Rector, 4505.
One of Bullock's buddies. And good wishes out to Dean Bullock. He's anybody who's been racing Ultra 4 for a while knows who Dean Bullock is. And I noticed he got hurt pretty bad at a UTV race towards the end of last year. But I know he's at the Hammers just a few weeks ago now, actually down with Jeff. And he's not in a car again yet, but he's doing good. He's walking around, so good for Bullock.
Richard Garrett, 4565. Lost my audio. Jesse Haynes, 4499.
I'll read those. Jesse Haynes, 44.99. So Jesse's racing in both modified and Ultra 4 in the same car. What do you think about that? Back to back.
It's pretty impressive.
Nice car.
So people ask me what's going on with the race course this year. The best thing I can tell you about the modified course and the stock course, which is also the UTV course, it's about as hard as last year's King of the Hammers course was. So you take King of the Hammers
All right.
last year.
How about now?
That's-
Good?
And it's not the same course, but it's about the same difficulty as what this year's UTV and stock and modified course will be.
Hey, you put that in the wrong pile there, fella.
Did I?
Yeah. We had Richard Garrett, 4565. Jesse Haynes, 4499. Steve Lopez, 4508. Getting tired over there? Breathing pretty heavy. Alan Johnson, 4511.
Bend over, it's a long way down.
Wow.
Now
Randall Rose, 4556.
that clip was to hold this thing up, wasn't it? Huh. So never
It's
fails.
there for a reason, wasn't it?
Yeah, about 3/4 of the way of doing something, I figure out that Chris has
Jesse Bain, 4526.
Jesse Bain. Next. Mike, why don't you pick these over?
DJ Harmon, 4538.
Palm Springs guy. Is he still a Poison Spider car? Yes. There you go.
All right.
I remember some of this stuff. Some of it sinks in.
Mike Johnson, 4588.
Nice.
So where's Mike Johnson starting at? Right at DJ. Thanks, Larry.
22nd.
22nd. Mike, tell us about your race team.
Garage built, my buddy Sam, my co-pilot, and second year racing, trail rig that has turned into a wannabe racer. So, but I need to give a shout out to my wife and kids. She said I won't be allowed back home if I don't. So,
Good job.
Well played.
Excellent. Brandon Brandon Hayes.
Nice. We started back-to-back last year.
That's your buddy, right?
That's cool.
This is the only guy I plan to beat.
Really?
We lost to him by 16 seconds last year, so this year we plan to beat
Just
him by
take
that.
off on the
That's your-
line.
that's
Just
your-
jump the
that's your buddy,
start.
right? You guys run together all the time?
Yep.
Right
Jump
on.
the start and smash the back of his car right off the start. That'd be great. No problem. You'll beat him that way. Robert Tellini, 45-37.
Anybody else want to be a celebrity card puller up here? You're more than welcome to come up here. Helen Baker, come on up here.
Matson Brakey, 45-76. Oh, hello, Helen.
So Helen Baker is the much, much better 9/10 of Helen and Harry Baker. And that's fair, isn't it, Harry? 50-50? Yeah, all right.
Paul Bickerton, 45-78. You got that one, Shannon? Okay.
Helen and Harry are tireless, absolutely tireless advocates for land use. They're
Yes.
everywhere all the time.
Tyler Frazier, 45-07.
And they're also the people that manage the welcome gate. So when you get there at the welcome gate at 3 o'clock in the morning and you get testy, you're going to get testy probably with Harry or Helen.
Wayne Hartwig,
You better hope you get testy with Harry,
4502.
'cause Helen will get really testy back.
Larry Nickel, 45-60.
Crawl Magazine.
Yep.
Once again, we're pulling the starting order.
All right, Kevin Stearns,
Pacific Fab.
Pacific Fab,
Rubicon.
4402.
Rubicon Express modified class. Where are we up to now, Shannon?
That would be 14th position.
So Kevin
Okay.
Stearns is starting at 14th.
14th.
Outside row 7.
Pretty cool. Aaron Sykes, 45-22. George Evans, 45-77. Ugh, almost cut myself. Good thing this thing is, I know, good thing this thing's dull. Russ Rose, 45-89.
Hey, Kevin, by all means, at any point you want to walk through here, it's totally cool, man. It's probably better if now just walk right through here. This is the Kevin spot right here. Okay?
Real internet production.
Yeah.
It's a Wayne's World-esque kind of thing going on here.
Be better if he could come walking through scratching his ass.
Scratching my ass.
John Curry, number 88.
So John Curry's ready to race the car. He won overall EMC last year in stock class, racing a stock class car. They put 37s on it, made it a modified class car, and they're going after the modified win now. And a big motor. What kind of motor are they running, Larry?
It's just sweet tires.
LS3 and sweet tires.
Would they switch to Maxxis?
No.
Oh!
Yes. No. You know,
Mike Flakowski,
you're not supposed to do
45-57.
you can bag on sponsors. You don't bag on sponsors to the betterment of your sponsors. It doesn't.
Oh, it doesn't work that way?
No.
No.
Hey, we can take it. It's all good.
Yeah.
I raced with those guys at Vegas Reno.
Yeah.
So, they're jokers.
Sorry, who was that last
We had a good time. Mike Flakowski, 45-57.
Oh,
Sean
careful.
Rance. Oh, did you break that?
It's their hand. You worry about that?
Sean Rance, 45-31.
I've got a very important job. You see what I do here? I just take this.
That's
and
awesome.
this way.
Jeremy Eaton, 45-09.
He's got a nice car.
Jeremy's racing on Falcons too, I believe, isn't he? Jeremy came to me last year and said, I'm done. I can't race. I don't have the right tires. I don't know what to do. I'm not going to get the car done. It was 2 days before the race, and he's just like, I'm out. I just can't do it. I said, you're not going to go home now because of tires. So I walked, and he didn't have tires or wheels. So I went over to Mulkey, and I said, I think you owe me 5 wheels. I'm not sure why. And he's like, what? I'm like, I think you do. Okay. So I took 5 wheels from Mulkey, and then I went over to Falcon. I'm like, you got 5 tires I can borrow? For what? I'm like, just trust me, I need 5 tires. And I walk up to Jeremy Eaton, I'm like, here's your tires and here's your wheels. Go get your car done.
Nice.
And they did it. I don't think they finished, but they did. They basically built that car in the lake bed and went after it. Now they're coming back with a much better effort, and they're going to do well.
Nice, nice. Mitch Funk, 45-15.
Down to 5. Jay Hopko. Jay
222.
Hopko's back east.
Okay.
I want to say Maryland, but he might be Pennsylvania.
So you're going to carpool out with all the rest of them guys?
Roush Creek favorite. They're all coming in one pickup truck.
That's what I figured.
All of them, like 9 guys, 9 race cars.
They're going to stack them, right?
Eric Miller's driving.
Right. Rocky Dorm, 4563.
No, you know who's driving? Eric Miller's Jake. You know Jake?
Okay.
Little crackhead Jake.
All right.
Jake is going to be driving the whole way with the air horn.
Nice.
Picture it now.
Mark Zabeth, 4594.
Come on, anybody that knows Jake right now is laughing their butt off.
Adam Arsenal, 4503.
Starting outside row 1 modified class.
Jake Holloway, 4550.
And on the pole position.
On the pole position, it is this guy. Rob Matzel.
Rob Matzel. So the cool thing about Rob Matzel was started out as the film production Sherpa guy. So he just drove the camera guys all around the Hammers for the last 5 years, and working for Mark Matthews. And then he's going to race this year.
Nice.
And now he's in the pole position. See,
That's pretty cool.
You volunteer for 5 years, you get the pole position. It's kind of bonus.
That was the bonus. That was a nice bonus.
Bonus program. Yep.
See.
Thank you.
Totally.
We have them in order. Yes.
Duh.
So how many do we have?
We have 36 in modified, I believe, and 26 in stock, 62 total, which is exactly double last year's entries.
Nice.
So, awesome. And it, again, couldn't happen without Smittybilt doing the whole as the EMC umbrella, and then Rubicon Express and ProComp. So, all the same family, but. Just fantastic partners to really help us get it done, and very much invested in the future of the sport. So,
and all the results here will be posted to Ultra 4 Racing by Friday. So, if you missed it now, you can find it all at a later date.
Oh, that was good.
You like that?
That was actual factual information, wasn't it?
I know. I totally didn't make that up.
Wow.
It's right here on the thing. It's printed.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's why these newscasters have these things that they do this with.
Is that what it's for?
That's exactly what it's for.
Okay. I think I can move this off the way. Mike,
Okay.
thanks for coming up.
Thank you. We'll see you out there.
No, but I'm going to bring up Chris Anderson, even though he doesn't like the Flyers anymore.
What's that?
Come on up here.
Coming up. I like the Flyers.
Okay.
Better, though.
We're going to talk about the HCR KOH UTV race then, huh?
We are going to talk about the HCR UTV race. First of all, Chris Anderson, ATX Wheels.
There you go, Chris.
Hi, guys.
I got it. I got our official wheel for 3 years in a row now.
Yep,
I believe so.
yep. We're real happy. The relationship's gone real well. I mean, it's been a good thing for us, and starting to see a lot of our ATX labs out there now, and seeing them on a lot of the rigs that are out there. A lot of our guys had a really good year last year, especially with Nick Nelson finishing up. And that was kind of a last-minute deal for us to get on board with him. So
I saw a set of ATX wheels on the side of the 50. Actually, I didn't see it. I saw it courtesy of Ben Napier. I saw a set of your wheels on the side of the 57 on a billboard next to Angel Stadium.
That Nitto?
Yeah. Nitto did a billboard with Nick Nelson winning the championship and sporting Chris's wheels.
Yeah.
And
one of them billboards off the 110 also.
You hear about that, Greg?
It's pretty nice.
Full billboard right outside of Angel Stadium.
Yeah.
they also did a big ad. USA
Tires
Today.
win championships. Nitto Tires, Nick Nelson, Ultra Ford logo right up on the side of the 57.
Glad someone makes money on tires.
Wow.
Jeez. Anyways.
Billboards aren't that much.
The second thing you don't do is do. Wow. All right, water. Tell us how you're doing.
Things are going good. We've got new styles out there this year, so we're just getting those out on the market. Our catalogs just came in. We just finished up our buzz book that we do each year that kind of shows all our racers what they did last year as far as kind of a compilation. So we've got Lauren in there, Nick in there, Cotton in there. We're looking forward to a big race out here at King of the Hammers. We're going to have our booth out there. Come by if you're out there. We've got free stuff. We'll have some shirts, some posters, stickers, and we're just looking forward to having a good presence out there and meeting as many people as possible.
I think the only poster I have up in my shop is the Lauren Hill ATX poster from 2 years ago.
Well, that's good.
Something like that.
Appreciate it. Got up somewhere.
And then I think it's cool that when I go into Napa's and I went into ORW and I went in 4 parts maybe, There's ATX on the counter. There's ATX. That might have been just Napa I'm thinking of.
Yeah, we did some counter mats.
I walk in and Cotton Rod's face is sitting there on the counter.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know her. So cool stuff. Yeah. Thanks for supporting the sport.
Yeah, no problem. Appreciate it.
Right on. Let's talk about UTV real quick. You mind sticking out, hanging out with us?
Yeah, sure.
You have UTV wheels?
We have some. We kind of got out of it. We did it for a couple years, and then we're not selling them right now. Might get back into it.
Right on. So, okay. We have a new title sponsor for the UTV class this year. Pitbull Tires is still going to support the race, but HCR is taking over as the lead sponsor. That's Damon. What's Damon's last name? Damon Cardone. Yep, Damon Cardone, and got it out of Utah, and still working with Side by Side Performance with Mike Lasher and Jeff, and we're gonna really bring this race up, take it up the next level. We're gonna marry it with the EMC race, so it's gonna be on the same race course. They're gonna start an hour after the EMC race goes off, but run the exact same race course. So, heard an awful lot about how the UTVs are getting raising up the performance level. So now we're going to see them compared to right to modified stock cars. See how they go. So, Leighton? Leighton's here? Where's Leighton at?
He's back there.
Back there.
Yeah.
You're next, Bubba. So, anyway, so we're going to pull up. So this gets a little weird, a little wonky here. The UTV guys are kind of like they're kind of class happy. They're tending to change in their classes an awful lot. There's like 5 different classes in the UTV race, and they've changed their classes back. Some of the drivers have changed their classes back and forth. So what we're going to do is draw a random order of, hey, shush. It's always the same guys.
Damn beer.
So we're going to draw a random order for UTV guys, but then they'll reseat based upon their class. So we'll pull order now, but the pro classes or the unlimited classes start up front, and then so on and so forth down in performance of class. But this just gets you your random order inside of your class. Anyways, can you hand me that again? I can't walk too far. I'm kind of tied to this desk with this cord. Perfect. Okay, so what we have here is this is our 4th UTV race.
The clip.
Yep. We have 36 cars signed up so far. We have a new stock beginner class, and it'll be starting behind the other classes, and it just basically gives them a chance to learn what the race is like. I can tell you guys, as I said before, this is the same class as the stock and modified class, and it's going to be really hard. It's almost the same difficulty as last year's King of the Hammers course. In fact, it's, yeah.
Wow.
Wrecking ball.
In a UTV?
In a UTV.
Wow.
Wow. Anyway.
All right.
So, like I said, we're just going to pull out names. This will be the basis of where they'll fit in with their classes. Starting last, or at least pulled last.
You want the clip?
Yeah, do it. And just do this up again.
There we go. Look at that. We're getting pretty damn smart now, aren't we?
Not really. I just messed it up again.
Logan Gastel, 1969.
Local guy. Leighton, come up here and grab these things. You got this thing handled.
They can take my chair if you want.
But then if he's over there, then he can't pull these.
Right.
He'll take your chair on the way out
to
here.
figure that out.
Frank Minnis, 1918. Okay, we got our production line
We
going
have
on
production
now.
line again.
All right, good.
Heel out.
Todd Stevens, 1944.
He's up there. He's
Big
up there.
watch you got there, Leighton. Holy crap!
Wow.
Shot guys make some
You
cash.
can see that thing in space. Robert Van, 1964. Mark Olberg, 1946. Doug Siddons. Yes.
That was Gilbert.
That's that guy.
Doug Siddons.
1948. Nolan Remlinger,
He's a test driver
1993.
for Polaris.
Oh, that's kind of cool. It's a cool job.
Yeah. It's probably an appropriate time for another little plug. For the first time, we have an official side-by-side, and it's Kawasaki. We've been working with them for years, and I can say now that Kawasaki's our official side-by-side UTV of King of the Hammers, the entire and Ultra 4.
Nice.
So I have been beating on a Terex 2-seater, like
Matt
beating
Enochs,
on them.
1924. Rob Usnick. Oh, nice.
One of my favorite racers of all time. Right
Absolutely.
There. Favorite guys of all time.
1999.
You know Rob Usnick?
Super cool. Super cool guy.
He's Army, right?
Yes.
He's Army.
Special Forces.
Army. He's a recruiter now. Badass. He's a badass, and he's also a badass. He's cool.
Super cool guy.
Taylor badass.
Well, no. JT Taylor's like badass on TV.
Yeah, he's
Rob Usnick's badass in real life.
for reals. JT's just kind of a chump. Brandon Swink,
JT.
number 10.
JT's somewhere sharpening a knife.
Yes. Brandon Swink, number 10. Bill Barton, 1989.
You know who JT Taylor is?
Yep.
Would you agree with that assessment?
Yeah,
JT's
I think pretty accurate with that.
yeah, badass on TV. Like slated a Holiday Inn Express kind of badass.
Wears sunglasses always.
Yeah.
All the time at night.
Yeah.
Poses
McMahon kind of deal.
for apparel in magazines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. John Crowley, 1965.
We have a question for Chris while he's up here.
Not from
Okay.
JT, I hope.
No.
What's your address? Yeah.
He's at the library.
Who are your sponsored teams this year?
We're going with Jimmy's 4x4, so we've got Lauren Healy, Cotton Rod, Derek West, and then we've also got Nick Nelson, and then Jim Brown from Relentless Motorsports.
Brian Rector, 1983.
Jeff Rector's kid.
Yeah.
Yes. Up there with the Dean Bullet crew.
Oh, okay, cool. Chris Barnett, 1961.
Pretty sure that's American Rock Rods, right? Pretty sure that is.
Really?
Yeah.
Mitch Guthrie, number 1.
Yeah. Has he won the last 2 years? 3 years? 2 years?
Yeah.
3?
Yeah, he probably deserves that number.
3-year running. Yeah, I guess you can run number 1 if you've won it the last 3 years.
Bring the trophy with you.
Yeah, just bring the trophy back, Mitch.
Monty Aldrich, 1998.
Mitch runs it by himself too. No co-driver. Runs the horse by himself.
James Camps, 1963.
Who's your main team?
UTV, I got quite a few. Most of the Dean Bullet crew.
Dean Bullet crew.
Yeah. Plus quite a few others.
Paul Hart, 1920. Cody Nygren, 1984. Casey Curry, number 2.
Jimmy wants to pull a few. Come on up here, Jimmy.
Oh, get over here, boy.
Casey Curry. We just skipped over top of Casey Curry, number 2.
Yes.
He's racing. He's got an entry back in the Ultra 4 now. He's gonna run in a sniper fab car. Hold on, not
Good
that
job,
one.
bud.
This one's
Oh.
this one's first. That one's next in line.
Okay.
You messed it all up, Jimmy.
That's okay.
Really?
Brian Bush, 1911.
But Casey's running in the UTV class as well. Talked a bunch of trash about wanting to race bikes too. So
Bert Jenner.
Casey's not on a bike. Yeah, that would be Bruce Jenner's kid,
That's cool.
Kardashian stepbrother. Overall, kind of,
1978.
he called me 4 years ago wanting to race.
I
and
thought that you wanted to come out and do this before.
he was working with Bigelow and trying to get in the car, and he just never quite worked out. But he, on his own,
Bigelow's got a single seat car.
well, he wasn't going to race in Bigelow. He was going to get in the car that Bigelow was going to get in. Thank you, Captain Obvious.
That's why he couldn't get in Bigelow's car, right?
Yeah, there's not much room in the car left after Bigelow gets in.
No, there isn't.
But Bert he didn't even, to his credit, I mean, he's got a little bit of cred going on, right? But he didn't call up and say, hey, I'm Bert Jenner, I want to race. He just went on the website and just registered like anybody else did.
Very cool.
Popped up, I'm like, I know that name. So.
Lance Chornos. I probably totally jacked that up. 1995.
You're doing great, Jimmy. Oh, you're just going to cut me out of this whole process?
Yeah. Wow. Fired. You're fired, Dave. Right? Frank Walsh, 1985.
Frank Walsh. What was that? What spot
Come on,
was that,
boy.
Shannon?
Keep with it.
That was 12th. Outside row 6. We have to smile up the cameras, Jimmy. Be a rock star.
Damon Cardone, 1949.
Title sponsor.
Oh, wow.
Racing.
But not on the bull.
See, it doesn't.
Jonas Burnett, 1979.
I got this covered.
Exactly. There you go.
Stay here and look pretty.
Andrew Sarpuna. Angie
Sarpuna.
Yes.
Female.
1909. Yeah, I kind of figured that. Thank you, bud. Brandon Sims, 1986.
Wow, this is awesome. Good
Just
TV.
see, it worked out, huh? Lynn Carstens, 1903.
One of them's 9.
From Pirate is the co-driver on that
On Lynn Carson's car?
Who is?
BB.
Oh.
The Hummer.
Oh, very cool. Ken Hauer, 1962. Those ones over in the corner there.
Help if I want to help.
He's just fully cutting you out, isn't he? Jason Murray, 1917. He usually picks all the raffle tickets at the Tin Bender Jamboree raffle. He's on it. He's pretty experienced. He's a pro. He's been doing it for a while. Scott Keeger, 808.
Number second position.
Oh, no, that was
third.
third.
Oh, it's third.
Rod Roach.
You were a pro.
Hey,
Semi-pro.
I didn't see this.
Yeah. Yeah, Cole. Starting first in UTVs.
Brian Thomas, 1938.
And
And pole position.
if he's in unlimited.
If he's in, there you go.
It's kind of like
Okay, well, the last one.
Hunt.
Clayton Hunt, 1953.
Awesome.
There we have our UTVs. Okay.
Any,
All right, boy, hit the road.
parting shots before you take off, Chris?
No, I just want to say, thanks a lot for having me up here. We appreciate
Good job.
being associated with Ultra 4 and hope everybody has a great time out there and safe race. And it's gone off great the last couple of years, so expect another great year. Thanks.
Right on.
Awesome. Thank you.
Gary?
All right. I got the 7th here. Here we go. Griffin King of the Hammers, provided by...
While we're in the mode of capping on sponsors.
I'm not capping on
No,
anybody.
I am going to do it again.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm going to invite him up here.
Okay, that's cool.
And it's appropriate because we're moving from modified to Ultra 4 now.
Right.
So moving from modified to Ultra 4 this year, and then there's that whole. I'm not on Facebook, so I wouldn't know.
No.
But there's that Mems of KOH thing.
Yeah, that's pretty
which
funny.
would be totally cool to call out. But my favorite ones, I got 99 problems and a stock framer like one of them.
That was a good one. That was a good one. Who's running that page
Larry
anyway?
Craig, come on up here.
Do you have any idea who's running that page? Because it's pretty funny.
I have no idea who's running it.
Hey, bud.
Hey, what's going on?
It's funnier than I am, though.
There you go.
How you doing, Larry?
Good, how are you?
I'm excellent.
Hey,
So
bud.
you're making the jump from modified.
Thanks.
He is good.
He is. It's awesome, isn't he?
I was hoping it was Courage Light.
He can get you Pacifico if you want.
Yes, we're making
What?
the jump.
Mic on. Yes, mic's on.
Check, check.
So Larry making the jump from modified to Ultra 4.
Yes.
And what have you done to the car to make that jump? Because it's the same chassis, right? Same car.
Yeah, we were going
the
to do a
frame rails
video
way.
of how to convert a modified car into an unlimited car, and I was going to take a video of me just sliding the frame rail out, but since it was so controversial, I decided not to. But really, all we've done is put some miles on it. I mean, we originally the car was built with the idea of being able to run both classes. Pull the frame out, put the shocks on a link instead of on the axle, and maybe up the shock sizes. But we've got a year in this car, and we've got it dialed in, and I hate to change anything. It's
Right.
it's predictable. I've got to the point where we're tuning the shocks different because I'm a little more comfortable in it, and so it's never gonna if Napier has a good day, there's no way I'm ever going to catch him in this car, but neither will most of these people or most of us. So I'm just hoping to do a consistent race and finish well. That's the goal.
Right on.
Me and Mustard.
Absolutely.
I'm going to go through some of the talking points about the race here. I've got some notes here, thanks to Shannon, and Shannon's gone. Okay. Oh, Shannon's still there.
No, she's there.
Okay. If you're getting a beer, can I have one too, please?
Me too. Here, Mustard.
Thanks, bud.
Okay.
Take this.
So we have changed the title of the race.
Bring Larry a
this
beer,
year.
too.
It's still the Griffin King of the Hammers, but now it's presented by Nitto Tire. Very excited about that. I can also say, I think this is probably the first time I'm saying this public, but because of that relationship picking up Nitto, I was able to secure television for every Ultra 4 race for next year.
Right on.
So in a combination with Nitto Tire and Lucas Oil,
big.
we'll be on MAV TV for every single Ultra 4 race next year.
That's
Nice.
big.
Nice.
So that's good for everybody. So this is our seventh year bringing King of the Hammers back. I have no doubt in my mind
I've been doing
whatsoever.
it that long?
This will be the hardest race to date. Like, not even close. It's brutal. The desert, oh, sure. Thank you. You can pull that, yes. We are done pulling cards out. When we get to the qualifying order I actually ran on a spreadsheet and did random number generator stuff, so I'm just going to read those numbers.
Like the pirate one?
A pirate.
Never mind. That random number generator? Yeah, never mind. It was
I don't know
yeah,
what
never
pirate
mind.
is.
No, okay. Wow.
So, yeah, the course is brutal. The desert is probably the hardest. I know it's the hardest I've ever been in the desert, and I've only pre-run it once. And the rocks, we've got a few new trails that we've never run before, and a few trails that we've never run in that direction before. It's gonna be hard.
MDR course?
So the official sponsors.
I've been pumping them too.
Our official sponsors, ATX Wheels, Best Top, Dynamax, Genrite. They're actually hosting an international driver and VIP night out there, and that's going to help raise awareness and money for land use. King Shocks on a Wednesday night. Wednesday night still, right, Leighton? Yep. 4th annual Kingdom Party, Wednesday night. So we doing music again?
Same band.
Same band? Awesome. Lucas Oil's back again, so we'll have the Lucas Oil short course, PSC steering, Spider Tracks, Warren, and then we have 3 new official sponsors. Axial is our new RC car. So they've got some cars that are actually meant to go on both rocks and Go Fast, so it's going to be a good mix.
Oh, neat.
They're going to bring out a course this year, and they're also going to do kind of their version of King of the Hammers they're going to do on Saturday after our race. So it's a pretty big national event for them. They're going to have on Saturday as well, so it's just going to up the crowd.
Yeah, I hear they're working out a new Axial Wraith, which is a rock racer version, and they're one of our sponsors, and this new Axial Wraith is going to be pretty cool, I hear. So
yeah.
So keep your eye open.
Does that mean Carl's coming out?
Yeah.
All right, good. He's always fun to hang out with.
Blue Torch Fabrics is coming back. They were there last year with Miller Welding, but now they've come back on their own as an official sponsor. And Poison Spider.
Thank you, Larry.
So welcome to the Ultra 4 family.
Perfect year. Now that you're getting TV, it's great. Thank you.
He jumped in at the right time.
Of course, I didn't mention Griffin a whole lot by themselves, but Griffin's back again. They've been our title sponsor from the very beginning. They're back again. We never would have gotten past probably year 2 without Griffin. I mean,
And they're great guys and totally excited about being a part of this.
Yeah, spectacular family. Back in the day, they bucked up on complete blind faith that we would do something cool, and they overpaid back then, and it got us going. It was the seed to go do the cool things that got everybody else involved, and we just try to keep making cool things happen.
And they're one of the reasons that we signed on. I talked to BBs at SEMA, and they were pretty excited about being a part of this event. So
right,
good bang for the buck.
Last year, Miller Welding did ladies' night or ladies women welding class seminar. It was extraordinarily popular. I think it completely booked out. So this year they're going to do two of those classes.
Nice.
So good for Miller Welding. Robbie Gordon's coming out after he gets back from Dakar. Hopefully he gets his luck turned around and starts whooping some butt down there. But he's coming out.
And Lance's is drained, I hope, before the race. He'll have 2 catheters, one for his ear and one for his...
Robbie Gordon's coming out bringing us his stadium truck. So we'll do some demos out in the short course of the stadium truck.
Right on.
Another sponsor we haven't even talked about, Red Bull's coming out this year. They've been flying under the radar. They're not coming out like full official drink or anything like that at all. But there'll definitely be a Red Bull field on the lake bed this year. They're going to help us a whole bunch with our infrastructure and our production value. So it's going to be great to have them on board and help us kind of even get take a few jumps up the ladder.
So it'll be 5th toughest race in the world, not 10th.
Yeah.
Right.
Who all saw that? We got
That was awesome.
Named the 10th hardest race. Well, we got named in the top 10. We made it in 10th, but top 10 hardest races in the world. So that's all you guys made that happen. So great job. Red Bull's also bringing out Bryce Menzies trophy truck. Wow. And we got Kurt Leduc and BJ Baldwin joining TJ Flores and Greg, and I'm sure we got some other desert guys coming out. And then we have just an absolute gaggle of international drivers, 11 countries: Australia, Belgium, Canada, Honduras, Iceland, Japan, Italy, Mexico, Switzerland, UK, United States, of course. So
I don't think we'd be considered international, though.
Ton of guys from all over the world. I can tell you that we're going back. The winner of King of the Hammers this year will have his car shipped to England for King of the Valleys on my dime. And we're doing the same for this year. So Piero Ceni, we're bringing his car over from Italy.
Wow.
And Jim Marsden's from Team Gigglepin is bringing his it's not a Jeep, it's a Land Cruiser? No, Land Cruiser, Land Rover. It's a Land Rover. I bet you it's a Land Rover. It's a UK thing.
Yes.
Mad winching skills. We kind of joke about it as far as winching skills, but what they do is insane as far as the teamwork and the technology they have. I think Ben's the first. Can't say he's a U.S. driver because he's from Australia, but the first, standard U.S. Ultra 4 guy has got a giggle pin winch in his thing. It's got more horsepower than Bailey's 400 does. It's like 82 horsepower winch. The thing goes like 12, 13 miles an hour. Jeez. So, yeah, it's nuts. 2 engines, 2 motors on a winch.
And a whole lot of battery. Man.
Yeah. All right. Where we got?
Bringing back qualifying for start order, right?
Yep. Qualifying for start order. We did it last year for the first time. We're doing it again this year. It's a new qualifying course. It does not include backdoor. I've said it over and over again. I'm not kidding about it. It does not include backdoor. It does start and leave from main camp.
Nice.
You can pretty much see the whole thing from main camp.
That's cool.
And no one's ever driven on this course before.
And there's rocks.
And there's badass rocks. It's not a Pinewood Derby course, like I said on Pirate.
So obviously it's not trapdoor.
Legitimate rocks. In fact, there's a go around because the one set of rocks is fast, but probably too hard for half the field. Yeah, I just said that.
Wow.
And it's all from here to the parking lot from main camp.
Right through the axial G6 course?
No. But near the axial G6 course.
Now, if we knew where
We'll be taking 10 drivers from LCQ. I don't want a single person come to me pissed off in the lake bed. Oh, you took all the guys last year, so I figured you'd do it this year. I'm not doing it. If you think I am, and you're going to be pissed off about it if you don't make it, stay home. Because I'm not doing it.
You said that last year. You said that last year that you weren't going to do it again. This was a one-shot only deal?
It was a one-shot only
and
deal.
That's it.
It served the purpose. We are winning the fight to keep Johnson Valley open. Amen to everybody that's working out there to keep it open. Thank you, everyone, for the support. But it's not. We're not taking everybody again.
Those are really cool, by the way.
Yes. And Shannon sent me a note. We will have Mastercraft bags on the lake bed this year.
Oh, nice.
They're not going to be as badass as last year's. They're going to be a little
badass.
smaller.
Those were very impressive. Very impressive.
But we'll have them on the lake bed, which will be impressive.
Yes.
I'm using it as luggage now, so it's so cool.
Wow. That'd be pretty awesome.
They're a new sponsor as well.
Oh, Mastercraft, we missed it on our thing. That's why it said bags. Mastercraft's a lot more than bags. There's seat belts and fire seats and helmets and
window nets.
Everything, window nets.
I've got all that stuff. You got all that stuff.
Sponsor, so
Yes.
thank you very much, Robbie Pearson, Mastercraft.
Yes, thank you, Robbie.
Okay, we're going to announce the days and start order of 4 parts. We're going to do the same. All of qualifying is going to be live on the internet and the Jumbotron. But we will still have the call out for the power hour, the happy hour kind of thing at the end of the day. So that'll be like the big show. We'll basically have coverage all day long and then a big produced show at the end of the day. So starting at 4 o'clock on both Tuesday and Wednesday, we'll have happy hour with the 10 guys. Those 10 guys were mostly picked by 10 guys and girls actually, picked by their finishing order this past year. So champions of races or series or top 10, that kind of stuff.
That puts me out.
The power hour. What's that?
That puts me out of the power hour.
Yeah, you're in the not so power hour.
I'm in like the first 15 minutes, I think.
You're in the economical hour.
Exactly.
It's all about fuel consumption.
There you go.
Sorry, Bella.
It's quite all right.
All right, and so I'm just going to read this list and let's get to getting our night over with here. Last announcer. I guess I can go back to that in a bit. Okay, we did the UTVs. Here we go. Starting Tuesday. I've got the list right here.
I
You
want
got a list right there too.
fifth start on Tuesday morning is what I'm hoping for, Dave.
Fifth start on Tuesday morning?
Yeah, I want to get it over with, but I want to see 5 people do it for me.
I can tell you it's not you. Starting first, off the line, and he's here in the room. Tuesday.
Bam.
Already qualified for KOH, 4474, Richie Carter.
All right.
Show us how it's done,
Someone's
Richie.
gonna start this party.
Show us how it's done, Richie.
Just so everybody knows, all I did was I pulled out the 20 guys in the power hour, or guys and girls in the power hour, and actually I didn't pull them out. I did random number generator for everybody, and then I pulled out the power hour ones, and then I just resorted and said, okay, here's the list. Top 85 go on Tuesday, and bottom 85 go on Wednesday. Number 2, also in KOH, number 911, David Bookberger. Number 3, first LCQ driver, 97, Flying High, Jeremy Hammer. Starting fourth, starting fourth, also KOH, number 4464, Corey Kupta. We have about 108 in KOH qualified already, and 60 even in the LCQ. We have one person that was a alternate, and one of the LCQ guys dropped out today. Actually, he got a ride in King of the Hammers. We lost the driver today, but the owner of the car wants the car to be run, so he pulled a guy out of the LCQ, put him in the car. So Chris Midkiff is moving to King of the Hammers.
Wow, very cool.
Actually racing with Casey Curry.
Very cool.
So kind of some stuff going on there. Fourth, Curry Kupta. Fifth, 44-54, JT Stevens. So there was your spot, sorry. Sixth, KOH, number 36, Ben Swain. Seventh, LCQ, number 56, Matt Rose. Eighth, LCQ, 44-92, Michael Bergman. Next few are KOH, number 9, in a modified car, 4580, Jordan Townsend. Number 816, Lucas Murphy. Number 68 from Belgium, Axel Berman. Number 12, starting 12th from Italy, Fabio Mano. 13th, Brian Caprera. 14th from Japan, Masa Tsuda. Yeah. Falcon Tires. 15th, LCQ, Phil Pasaic. 16th, KOH, Troy Stone. 17th, LCQ, Chad Wheeler. 18th, LCQ, Brad Zember. 19th, LCQ, Christopher Lever. 20th, LCQ, Seth Santikos. 21st, Brannick Motorsports, 4408, Stan Haynes. 22nd, 4493, Andrew McLaughlin. 23rd, 4450, Dave Bovich. 24th, from England, number 69, Jim Marsden. 25th, 104, ATX car, Jim Brown. 26th in the LCQ, 4459, Keith Xavier. Number 27, or starting 27th, number 697 in KOH qualified, Dave Ashman. LCQ, number 28, 28th, number 82, Jeremy Ford. Next couple are KOH, Andy Brown and Tony Pellegrino, 29th and 30th. Tony from Genrite. Next two are from LCQ. Damon Nikolak. You do that. Nikolakakakis?
Yeah, that's totally it. You got it right.
Something like that. You can help me out with this at any point. Number 32nd person off the line, 4405. Travis Carpenter, land use buggy. In KOH, but still in a stock Toyota pickup truck. 4680, Cody Addington, starting
awesome.
33rd off the line.
So cool.
34th off the line, also in KOH, number 966, Jason Blanton. Then a bunch of LCQs in a row here. We got Brian Tilton, Matt Burkett.
Is that from AGR, Matt Burkett? That guy that was
That is Matt Burkett. Yep.
15 years ago? Wow.
Yep.
He's back.
He's back. Chris Midkiff, we'll pull him off, and that will be the alternate guy will drop into that spot. We got Zach Vaughn coming from Pennsylvania, and Curtis Warner coming down from Canada.
40th. KOH. Our good friend JT Taylor. JT, you're going 40th off the line.
Nice to you, JT.
41st, KOH, Matt Neiman. Got a couple LCQs. 42nd, Jake Hallenbach and Paulo Wahala. 44th, be Mel Wade. He's KOH qualified.
ATX car again?
45th, Waylon Campbell, KOH qualified. Jonathan Terhune. Then Dustin Eisenhower, Jesse Haynes. Now in LCQ, starting at 49th, will be Rob Larson. Next few guys are all KOH qualified. 50th, Dan Geyer, Ivan Van Ortwijk.
That car looks fast. I've seen him out there a bunch this week, or the past month.
Is it?
They keep rebuilding it. It just keeps getting closer and closer to a trophy truck.
In it from the original?
I don't know.
Original
It's
one that
pretty badass truck, yeah.
Carlos Benegas.
He's from Honduras.
All right. And Gary Faravani Jr.
Who's not from Honduras.
No, he's not.
But he's fast.
But he is fast.
But he is fast.
54th, KOH qualified. Michael
Scobie.
Fagans.
Mike Fagans.
Fagans. Then we have Ponce is crossed out here as 55th.
Raul Gomez.
Okay, that's in there. Okay.
It was a typo, yep.
Hal Deschamps, you're starting 56th. You're KOH qualified. Chris Reed.
Another Australian guy. So Chris Reed calls me up like 2 months ago. He's like, I've heard of King of the Hammers. Okay, I'm sending my car next week to go send over. How long ago? It wasn't even 2 months ago. Where's Ben at? Like a month ago? He's like, I'm going to register, buy a fuel cell, and send my car tomorrow. We're like, okay. So he pulled the special koala bear clause that basically says if you're from Australia, you get to race in King of the Hammers. Wow. I think it's some kind of thing.
We got both of them now, right?
Yeah, we got both of them.
No, we have three of them. We have Nick as well.
Yeah.
58th,
Ragnar Robertson. He's KOH qualified, as well as Michael Kelly. Michael Odom is actually an LCQ guy. Then KOH qualified again will be Nick Campbell. Then my good friend here, Larry McRae.
62.
Close to fifth.
Mid-afternoon on Tuesday.
Okay, then we got Randy Slauson.
Right after you is Randy. Randy's in the LCQ.
He's going to make me look bad.
He's going to make me look worse because I'm right after him. So it's going to be a horrible day. 65th KOH qualified, Jason Carner. LCQ.
That's the Blue Torch car.
Okay. Arian Patrick. Then Rocco Baldassari. KOH qualified, Jeff Russell. And then Brent Gigaber.
69th off the line.
69th off the line. That's good. 70th, KOH qualified, Tony Rietdorf. Then an LCQ driver, Matt Rager. More KOH guys qualified.
All KOH the rest of the way.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. We're getting out because we have Matt Rager and JP Gomez, and then we start the Power Hour.
Power Hour starts with Robbie Gordon. Then Levi Shirley, Mike Colville, all right, Pack Spring guy. Greg Adler, also in the room, obviously. Alex Hardaway, Jeremy Dickinson, Kevin Sakalis, Gary Faravani Sr., Eric Miller, Pierre
Archeni.
Okay.
King of the Valleys.
All right. Darren Hankey. Get it on him for being up there on the Power Hour. Nice. Matt Messer and Cotton Rod. That's Tuesday.
That's Tuesday. Starting off Wednesday morning with a bunch of LCQ to start. Rod Caven, Chris Garrison, Justin Foxworthy, Warren Thomas, Dana Verdun, George Kane is our first KOH guy on Wednesday. I think George is here too, right? Yes. There's George right there. George, you're sixth off the line on Wednesday.
Yeah, nice spot.
Yeah. Then Clay Gilstrap out of Texas. Number 8 and 9th are both LCQ, James Evans and George Sterick. And then we got Dave Schneider, Kevin Gamble, and Marcos Gomez, all KOH. LCQ, first time in LCQ for Bill Phillips, right? Bill, is this your first time in the LCQ? Brand new car, right?
Yeah.
44.
You got a brand new car last year.
Brand new car this year.
Wow.
That's what he does.
All right.
Buys brand new cars.
and goes fast in them.
Yes, he does.
4480.
Nice.
Bill Phillips, number 13th off the line. 14th off the line, KOH qualified. Tom Ways.
Nice.
One of my favorite guys to watch race. And race against. John Webb, 4468. So John Webb's the guy with the stereo. We have a deal. He's going to play a special song when he gets to any trail with traffic, if there was a trail with traffic. And it's going to be funny.
Flight of Valkyries or something like that?
No.
Get
Move,
out the way.
bitch. Get out the way.
So next, 16th.
I really like my job.
You got a cool job.
It's a cool job. John Webb, and then we go Don Racky, LCQ, Kevin Yoder, KOH, Mike McQuiston, LCQ, Chip Cross, KOH. You know, I'm going to totally mess this up and get all messed up. There's two guys that I got a call from this year. And they're not going to want me to call it out but I'm going to do it anyway. Chip Cross and there's another guy on this list that I haven't called his name yet, I don't think, Eddie Peterson, are both having significant health issues. They're both fighting cancer really bad. Independently, I got calls from both of them saying, I don't know how really, actually I've got calls from their friends on both, not them calling me, but basically saying these guys are in bad way and all they want to do is race King of the Hammers. So I put them both in the race. And they both, one bought Gary Faraboni Jr.'s car, the other bought a Jimmy's chassis.
Wow.
And they are devoting everything they have. They're just going after this challenge.
Nice.
I am just beyond humbled that anyone would actually give a crap about it. But to go through as much stuff as they're going through in their personal lives, to care about coming out and racing, get it on them. Those guys are badass, so they're my heroes for this year. So Chip Cross, 19th off the line. Looking forward to meeting you, Chip. I haven't met you in person yet. Eddie Peterson, I haven't called his name yet. I'm not sure where he's at in here. But, yeah. Sean Rose, Jim Lambert, KOH. We have LCQ, Jesse Dorado.
KOH will be Rob Lynch, starting 23rd. Then we got 2 LCQs, Doug Evans and Travis Cook. 26th, KOH qualified, Les Figueroa.
Super nice guy. And fast.
Yeah, Les is cool. 27th, Craig Ross. 28th, Stephanie Zasso.
He's from Switzerland.
Okay, Stefan then.
Stefan, yeah, he's not Stephanie.
Well,
And he's bigger than me. I dare you to call him Stephanie.
I'm sure he probably gets it a lot from the people in the
From the
US
spelling,
here.
yeah.
LCQ, Eric Brown, KOH, Scott Ward.
Nice cut.
John James finished, the only guy to finish every single KOH. OG race till now, he's finished every single one.
Everyone.
Pretty impressive.
Stephen Watson, Off-Road Design, and then Eddie Peterson, this is the guy I was telling you about, 33rd on Wednesday. 34th, Casey Curry. 35th in LCQ, Scott Foley. 36th, Matthew Peterson. That's Matthew Peterson from back east. Also from back east, 37th, Doug Bigelow. LCQ, Robert Daly and Larry Gibson. King of the Hammers, Chicky Barton. I believe he's I want to say he's out of Missouri or Kansas. I can't remember where Chicky's from. Old school rock crawler family, him and his dad.
Nice.
Mike Hoffman, Michael Scott, Tim Diekman, LCQ Shad Gunderman, KOH Ben Deacons and Nick Finch, LCQ Jason Fish, KOH John Cagliaro, Mike Clinson, Jeff Rector, bunch of LCQ, Nathan Unruh, who bought Lauren Healy's old car.
Okay.
So the GoFat, his last one, the rolled tube one, really nice car, a lot of motor. Dustin Raber, Dustin Sexton, and Marty Zarinsky. Marty, you're here still, right? LCQ guy. Your first Ultra 4 race, right, Marty? Right
Nice.
on. Welcome to the family, man. How many other new guys are here besides Marty? Anybody else has never raced Ultra 4 yet but's going to race this year? I can't remember the number, Shannon, but it's a pretty astronomical number, right? Like 45 or 50 brand new teams that have never raced before.
Wow. Wow.
Just an Ultra 4 race. Not even talking EMC. And UTV is also like half new people.
Wow.
So we're growing.
55, KOH qualified, Jack Childress. LCQ will be Jason.
Whitehooner.
KOH number 57 off the line will be Ben.
Ben Napier.
LCQ, Mike Nappy and Dustin Friesen. KOH qualified, Ryan Hagel. Tom Smolik.
Tim Smolik.
2 LCQ guys here, Chip McLaughlin, Lance Hamilton. Then we've got KOH qualified, Greg Lundeen, Mark Danzo, Jason Pickett. A few LCQ guys here, Michael Anderson, Craig Jerson, Paul Garner. KOH qualified, Chris Hoyt. LCQ, Darren Runyon. And then getting into the Wednesday Power Hour, we got Bill Baird, Jason Shearer, Jason Shipman, Brad Lovell, Nick Nelson, and BJ Baldwin.
Man, much fast guys.
There's more. We're missing the back of the list here.
Who's left?
Some guys.
Yeah, but they're in the power hour.
I know, they're
But you just
the real deal guys. Continuing the Power Hour, 78th will be TJ Flores, then Derek West, Shannon Campbell, Lauren Healy, Kurt LeDuc, and then Brian Shirley, finishing out qualifying.
What's Kurt driving?
Todd McCullen's old car. It's still Todd's car. Todd's co-driving for him.
Oh, right on.
The Desert Fab Motorsports car. He's got that thing down. He spent, what, 4 days in the desert last week tuning the shocks in. So
Is Kurt driving or?
Kurt's driving.
Right on.
Kurt's driving.
Is he driving for the tuning?
Driving for the tuning,
Right
yep.
on.
He was out there. He stayed out for all 4 days.
Cool.
Got it all tuned in. Okay, so I've got a couple finishing notes here. Who else we have here? I'm going to get everybody that's racing. Come on up here. Who's all racing here? Mel Wade's here now. Kevin, come up here. Come on up here.
You want to stand on the road?
You racing,
How's
Jesse?
the guys in the back?
With Kevin?
No, with Richie and Kristen.
Oh, right on.
Okay, cool.
Something else.
How's it going, man?
All right.
There's a guy back there that raised his hand for being the
So
first
anybody
timer.
that's watching everybody that's watching at home, there's still another 50 or so, well, probably 40 or so people out behind the camera still, and all these guys were here watching the whole time. I know everybody will be here if they could, if they're all close. These guys are all fairly local. I can't wait to see you guys on the lake bed. We've done an awful lot of work to make this race pretty special for y'all. And Chris and Shannon, thank you for all of last year. Back again this year. Again, keep going harder and harder and make it better. We picked up a couple more teammates. Matt Ballas is here as well.
Texas Jesus?
Texas Jesus, yes.
Roxy's back too, right?
He's got the best line of any pickup line ever. He can walk up to a girl and say, "I can make you see God." Anyway, but we're about ready to we got USAC registration. If you haven't registered yet, they're going to be on site. Four or five people from USAC will be there. IRC forms will be mailed out next week. And anybody that's watching the show and still stuck around this long, it's 20% off from the King of the Hammer store if you want to buy any merchandise.
We have 300 people still watching with questions.
300 people right now with questions? Well, I'm going to let them answer.
Shoot a good question.
Let's see. Let's talk about land use first.
Land use first. Okay.
Yes.
Bartlett Amendment passed Congress, passed Senate, and President Obama signed off on the bill. It is now law of it's in that article, and it requires the Marines to do further investigation before they can take Johnson Valley.
Nice.
It's not a win. It is a step. It's a progress point. It's going the right direction. It's a win for us as far as progress, but we haven't saved it yet. We need to keep fighting. There's going to be a call to action for everybody that's listening. Share with everybody you know. There's going to be a call here probably on the 15th. Vicki, when are we doing it?
I think that's about right.
About the 15th, going through King of the Hammers week. We need 25,000 signatures on an e-petition to get this case in front of President Obama directly. There's actually something cool that he did was pass a law saying if you get 25,000 signatures on an electronic petition, he must respond personally from the office of the president on any given issue. So we're going to bring this directly to him, and we're going to get this. There's one more step in the fight.
We'll get 25,000.
Seems like it'd be
We'll get
simple.
25,000. If
doesn't
we
it?
can get 25,000 people to come to the desert and sit out there in the wind, we can get 25,000 people to sign a damn e-petition.
Yes.
Yes. Who said that? Good job, Jeff. Who said that? Jeff Knoll, my former partner and still my friend. And who else is here working with CAMRAC? Vicky, Shannon, Steve's on those calls.
Doug Bigelow for getting the
Harry, Helen, Kristen. There's been a small group but very dedicated that's working in a group called CAMRAC that has been plugging away every single Thursday night at 6 o'clock, 6:30, just hammering away, making it happen. And Jeff Knoll is leading that charge, and I'm eternally grateful for that because he's a pit bull. So anyway, we're going to keep going. Next.
Any hints about LCQ?
Fast.
You can see it from the lake bed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on Tuesday.
10 people are going to qualify.
It's on
through it.
Tuesday and Wednesday. Starts with L.
Isn't it cute?
Will
Sounds like.
keep others from being able to pre-run the course?
150 yards of it.
Okay, they can't hear me.
Short bus?
100. The question was, will qualify and keep anyone from running the course, pre-running the course, and it'll keep you off 150 yards of race course. That's it.
Sounds like short bus.
Already pre-training, Larry?
I will guarantee you that short bus is not on the qualifying course.
Let's make a note of that. We're chipping away.
One down. and it's not backdoor either.
All right, well, we knew that. All right, it's not Chocolate Thunder, right?
You know what? Here.
Draw some math again.
Turkey Claw.
There's the LCK course right there.
Oh, and Trapdoor.
Yep.
Trapdoor, Turkey Claw. But you said you can see the whole thing from the lake bed?
In a helicopter.
All right, so that brings Trapdoor back in then.
It does bring Trapdoor in.
Anyways, next. I forgot one thing on the land use thing. ORBA.
Yes.
ORBA is an off-road business association. Mel?
Convert that to GPS.
Okay. Off-Road Business Association is actually the group that chairs, and Jeff works for, that chaired CAMRAC and basically help form CAMRAC. So that they need to be called out as far as helping the Johnson Valley Fight as well. If you're a business and you make sales to the off-road community and you're not a member of ORBA, you really, 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 really should be.
Is that a prereq for being an official of?
It's not a prereq, but I gave discounts. I gave discounts. If you're an ORBA member, I give discounts.
Well, let's talk.
Next.
Course markers. There was some confusion with them coming down. Is that going to be addressed better this year?
Actually, the confusion was them not coming down. The problem was when we didn't take down the motorcycle and the UTV course stuff. That will not be a problem again this year. Texas Jesus, come up here.
It is now break time.
Okay. Kevin, you're on break. This is Texas Jesus. He's one of our new employees, and Texas Jesus is working with Danny Grimes to make the course work. And he will give you his personal guarantee right now there will not be any bad course markings up.
Amen. I can guarantee that. It won't happen this year. There were some things that, even when I was out on course last year, there was kind of like an oh shit at the last minute.
Not anymore. They're in bed, Larry. It's okay.
This kid's right over there. He's never heard a cuss word in his life.
There was some definite confusion at the beginning of the race, and even at the top of Chocolate Thunder, people wanting to take the old.
Okay, you're saying too much now.
Last year, they were wanting to take the old qualifying course, and they were not on course. So
yeah, can you kill that mic, please? All right.
There was confusion.
You didn't realize you talk so much, Jesus. Thanks, Matt. That's all I got to say about that. Matt's got more nicknames than anyone else on the planet. That was Forrest Gump from his running days. Charlie Manson. Chuck.
That is the running days, isn't it?
The running days, yeah. I was running. The short course is going to be better, yes. Who's saying that?
Goodby.
John Goodby? That's because John Goodby still thinks he's making it. No, between Goodby and Carl Scanlon from Lucas, the two of them are going to help me make the short course.
Wow.
Nice.
So.
Wow.
Sweet. Better jump.
John Goodby of NorCal Rock Racing and the NorCal Stampede that we're going to go up and race with in whenever we do.
Couple months.
April.
Missed your comparison. How do we compare to others race number-wise? We were talking about our numbers versus cars.
We have more racers this year. Not bigger than ever in Baja, but we have more racers this year than the Baja 1000 and Vegas to Reno, so I'm pretty sure we're the largest off-road race in North America.
Awesome.
Cool.
That's just right now. Baja had massive numbers in the 80s, like 500, 600 people out there racing, so that's crazy numbers. And those numbers are Dakar numbers now. Dakar's got 500-ish right now. And I would do anything to race Dakar myself, so.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. All I need to do is raise $10 billion and I can go do it.
Chris Ridgway's working on that. Not the $10 billion.
It's cutting off limbs. Yeah. Next.
We're almost done with questions here. There's one. How much money to shave your goatee for land use this time?
I already did it once and I looked hideous. But it wasn't for land use. It was $500 and Ryan Hagel matched it. I somehow ended up donating myself for that, so it kind of went wrong. But we raised $1,000 for November, but I didn't quite get it. I didn't realize you were supposed to grow a mustache, so I just shaved my beard. I suck.
$1,000 if we can wax it off this year.
You get to 10 and we'll do it.
All right, let's talk.
Watch out.
Great.
10,000 to land use to wax my goatee off on stage.
All right, Poison Spider's putting up $1,000.
We got our first 1,000 right here.
I think there's a bunch of people here that put in 1,000.
Kevin said he'll match it. Kevin said he'll match it.
We got $2,000.
This is going to be easy.
We heard it live here.
30,000 at least.
All right.
I'll work on that.
Actually, how much work has KOH been for you? Where do you slide? Just they want to know you a little bit, I guess.
They don't want to know me. Reality, and
Yes,
you know
they
what?
do.
Put the headphones off. Take them off your head. Get up here now. Shannon, you'll come up here. Shannon and Chris Bolger are always behind the camera, and they're the ones that are actually making it happen.
Chris, come on.
Bolger can't actually because he's actually still wanted in like 47 states.
Already 2 strikes.
You know what? I haven't worked in 4 years because I'm doing what I love to do. So it's fine. It's a lot of work. There's times that it sucks, and there's times that it's absolutely awesome. And I cannot possibly complain because it's the best job in the world. So, and you guys are awesome to work with. Shannon and Chris, Matt, all the volunteers that do it. It's awesome.
We appreciate you, Dave.
Yes, we do.
Thanks, Greg.
Most of the time.
Most of the time. A lot of times you hate my guts.
I don't have any other questions for them. I think we're good to wrap up.
All right.
See you on the lake bed. It's going to be awesome.
Thanks, everybody.
All right. Handled.
Yeah, so all that practice on back doors for nothing?
Yes.
Are we going up it or down it?
Pleasure to meet you, man.
We'll see you out there.
Yeah. It's going to be a blast.
Thanks.
First off the line. Huh?